morning to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. This is the Confab on Esteem Radio Vision. And don't forget that we are located at Obokun Avenue, Transformer Junction, Elisha, Ocean State, Nigeria. This morning on the Confab, I still remain Chidima Abel. And of course, we'll be discussing different stories. If you don't know, the Confab is where we look at national issues. So today, we examine 3 stories that speak directly to power, money, and human cost, the forces shaping Nigeria's present and future. So former President Goodluck Jonathan is stepping back into the political arena, pledging a more active role in the PDP as 2027 draws closer. Is this a genuine attempt to stabilize a party in crisis? We already know what is going on in the PDP now, or the quiet return of a man whose name still reshapes Nigeria's political calculations. Now, at the time of defections and internal battles, the opposition insists it remains the most credible platform. This is whether you like it or not. Now, but do Nigerians still believe that claim? This is what we'll be looking at. This is what we'll be unraveling on the Confab this morning. Then, away from that, the economy and the future. Pension fund administrators are scrambling to raise nearly 277 billion naira to meet new recapitalization requirements. Regulators say it is about protecting contributors' money, but critics warn it could push smaller firms out and concentrate power in the hands of just a few people. The question is simple but very urgent. Are Nigerians' pensions becoming safer or more vulnerable? And finally, a tragic story with global implications. A young Nigerian man had been, stabbed to death in the UK, with a 17-year-old now charged with murder. It raises troubling questions about safety, about youth violence, and the protection of Nigerians in the diaspora. So beyond justice, what lessons must communities and governments, confront? These are the issues this morning. These are the arguments. So let's begin the argument. But I can't be arguing with myself alone. It's not possible to argue with oneself. I haven't seen such a thing before. It will be called madness. So, no, I can't argue with myself. So this is just to tell you, our esteemed listener, those who are watching us right now on the Confab, that I have some analysts with me. I have a public analyst in the person of Oshundara, yes, Adebayo. Good morning,
Thank
sir.
you, Chidima. Good morning, Chidima. How are you doing?
Very good. Uh, uh, those who are watching
Compliment
right
of
now,
the season.
okay, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Well, we also have Ajiboye Ohunayo that'll be joining us this morning. He's already seated here. Always. And we also have Oluwatoyosi Sholanke. Good morning, Oluwatoyosi.
Good morning, Chidima.
Always smiling. I love
I'm
that.
active.
All right, Oshundara, we'll be just going ahead to the very first story we have here. Jonathan pledged active role in PDP. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has pledged to take a more active role in the activities and in the affairs of the People's Democratic Party ahead of the 2027 elections, according to the party's national chairman in the person of Tanimu Turaki. Turaki disclosed this while he was addressing some journalists after a closed-door meeting with the former president in Abuja on Tuesday. Turaki arrived at Jonathan's Maitama office alongside the entire National Working Committee, former governors, founding fathers, and even a few selected state chairmen in their SUVs. Reports revealed this. Now, the meeting lasted about an hour, 30 minutes. Last year, there was this rumor flying here and there that Goodluck Jonathan was planning to make a return into politics. In fact, he said he wanted to, he wanted to show his interest in the presidential bid. I don't know, it was a rumor, and I believe you're aware of this rumor. It was rumored that Jonathan would seek re-election in 2027 after the PDP zoned its presidential ticket to the south. Now, the rumored re-election ambition sparked legal debate on Jonathan's eligibility to run. Some people even warned him not to even try it. Some people gave him that fatherly advice. They were like, please step aside. Don't even think of it. Now the ex-president was, however, mum. He never said anything. He never come out to say, oh, Nigerians, I'm interested or I'm not interested. The rumor is fake or it is true. He never said anything. He was just mum. Now, speaking in the committee of other party leaders, Turaki noted that not all political crises can be resolved through the courts. Now, I want to come to you, Oshundara. Is Goodluck Jonathan's renewed active role about party unity? I mean, from the way you have seen this whole event playing out, do you think it's about party unity or is it a calculated move towards a 2027 comeback?
Chidima, thanks for the preview that you gave. Uh, it's funny and it's pathetic also that we have leaders who are less custodians of our laws.
Hmm.
Because if they are custodians of our laws, it won't be deceived. Politics is complicated.
Hmm.
In politics, you have people who feed fat from your gullibility, your your mundane understanding of complexity, or your seriousness about life. So if you are taking oath of office twice, and the law is saying that you cannot take the third one, you say you want to run to where? All these things, you don't need to be schooling all this elderly on the right thing. And at what point did it come to the realization that he wants to run for president in 2027? And if Turaki is telling him, did he know the legality that brought Turaki to office? So we have to, the convention in Nevada has been described as a dirty December party that came early enough in November. So, you cannot see INEC there. INEC, the umpire wasn't there to monitor it according to the bylaws. So what are you talking about? So the illegality that, in fact, for Turaki to have even headed the whole thing, should tell him that he's deceiving himself. So I would have wished that he has been respected, that he considered defeat, and he has been seen as an hero. But then he should maintain that. He should maintain that. He has not provided any leadership role for PDP until you see the way Wike was behaving. Wike was behaving as if he owns PDP, as PDP is his personal property.
Hmm.
None of them acted that they should save the day for him for the party. No, he's coming to say he wants to run because of people are deceiving him. He has the strength uh, and the wide
Oh,
accessibility
okay,
to run. To run to
Oshundara,
where?
sorry to cut you there. Looks like Ajiboye does not agree with what you're saying, so I want to hear from him.
Well, it's not like I disagree with
Okay.
Okay.
what Mr. Oshundara is saying. Thank you very much for that analysis, sir. Is that I disagree with the fact that Jonathan is deceiving himself because this is Nigeria and anyhowness is the order of the day in Nigeria. So
Anyhowness.
anyhowness is the order of the day in Nigeria. So I don't believe he's deceiving himself. That's the part that I disagree with. Of course, I agree with what you're saying that normally, constitutionally, legally, there should be no reason for Jonathan to come and contest for the election again. In fact,
Absolutely. So
You just said
if you are going,
constitutionally, so what does the constitution say
now,
with respect to that?
if he's going against the constitution of the land, is he not deceiving himself? The constitution was clear as amended that you cannot take oath of office more than twice as an executive.
yes, sir.
Now,
That that's
who took oath of office when Yaya Brother, his late boss, died?
it was the same Jonathan, sir.
Hmm.
And that's exactly why I said I
Yes.
agree with you to an extent. But the truth
And
of
he
the
took
matter
oath
is
of
that
office.
the truth of the matter is that this is Nigeria, and we've seen so many instances where the constitution has been shifted aside, even by the president, by the present
No, no,
incumbent
no, no,
president.
no. In the issue of this matter, you cannot shift the constitution aside. Do you understand?
So
Because also the incumbent that you want to run against is not an imbecile.
Hmm.
He has a strong team that understand. He has a strong team that understands all the aspects of the constitution regarding the matter. So how come you now say you want the constitution to slide? Does he have that strength? He doesn't.
But there's a question people
So
are
how will
asking.
you?
Hello, are you there? Hello?
I'm with you.
Okay, there's this
I'm with
question
you, Chidima.
people are asking here and there. Why does the PDP keep turning to former leaders instead of producing fresh, credible alternatives? Why do they keep going back to their former leaders?
It's because they are serious. They are the one that bury the ambition of their former leaders, and now they
Okay.
are running back to them. Running back to them to do what?
Hmm.
You see, the party is full of adults behaving like child.
Hmm.
Because if you don't have adult behaving like child, then you don't. There's no strategic plan. You rule for how many years? You rule for how many years? You don't even have a structure, a party office, a headquarter, a national headquarter office that you can call your home. It's a rented apartment. And then you see how many governors do they have now? A party that's never been a regional party before is not a regional party. They have less than five governors now.
Hmm.
And before the election, they might not even have any governor again. You understand? So I don't get. And those are the people that want to mind the affairs of the nation. Those are the people that want to tell us the direction to go as the nation. Those are the people that want to do our midterm expenditure framework. Those are the people that want to design our strategic plan.
Hmm.
People that cannot even show us their antecedents, that they have the technical know-how. They
Okay.
cannot even they cannot even manage their own party. How then can they manage the complexity of our country?
Okay, Mr.
You
Shadara.
understand?
Oh, Sholanke wants to say something there.
Okay, thank you, Chidima. Concerning the first question, I feel like it's a fallacy.
Hmm. It's
Yeah, it's actually
fallacy.
a fallacy. Yeah. Jonathan considered that statement as a means of keeping himself ahead of, like, politically
Hmm.
relevant ahead of
Relevance.
2027 election. And concerning the PDP running back to the former predecessors for advice or anything, I think they lack new potential, brilliant new faces in that political party
Hmm. To contest for the
to
election.
contest for the
Hmm.
election. Secondly, godfatherism has really eaten deep into that political party. So they find it hard to welcome new faces. They will always run back to their
To their
predecessors.
to their
Yes.
predecessors.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you have to say, Ajiboye?
Well, I agree with Sholanke. I do agree with Sholanke that the problem the PDP is facing right now is the fact that they have no new face, no innovation. There's nothing else. They are going to keep running back to the past. They are going to keep running back to the past.
Okay, I still want to push this to you, Ohunayo.
Okay.
If Jonathan were to be given that second chance, what do you think he could bring to the table that the PDP leadership has failed to deliver? If he was given that, second chance.
The truth of the matter is that Jonathan has nothing to bring to the table other
Whoa.
than nostalgia.
Hmm.
All he's going to bring to the table is nostalgia, and I believe that the other two analysts will agree with this.
Okay, talking about.
Nigerians will
Yeah,
be
Oh, okay. Shindara wants to come in there. Do you agree with him?
you see, Ohunayo is a brilliant man. But then we need to call a spade a spade.
Hmm.
We don't have to add cosmetic to these things. We are a new generation that should say the things the way they are, and not just being diplomatic. I understand that there is diplomacy on here and everything, but there are times that we need to say it the way it is. Who is going to even present Jonathan in the first place?
Hmm.
They have leadership problem in the party. They have not resolved that. You are talking of candidates. How do you now have a candidate where you are then by the time you present it to the party to INEC, INEC will just disqualify you. It's like somebody running in a wrong direction. Instead of changing the direction is in a top speed.
Hello.
You have to know where.
Hello. Are you there?
Hello?
Okay.
Yes, I'm with you.
Talking about internal crisis within the PDP. I want to know, can the PDP realistically reclaim power in 2027 while still battling defections and internal crisis?
it's a
You
big
said
no.
it's a big no. Okay,
Well,
Shindara, Honorable
but
Shindara.
repair what kind of power? Are you talking of electricity? Because if you are talking of the real power, they are not even near to it.
Hmm.
So I think led the conciliation committee has told them, set up a caretaker committee to unite the party. They refuse. They want to do convention in Ibadan. Convention that was not well approved, convention that the court was against, the judiciary was against, the convention that INEC did not monitor. So, and now he now produced Turaki. Turaki is not going up and down saying that he wants Jonathan, he wants this, he wants that. But then it's allowed in politics. Even somebody that cannot win his household election, they will tell him that he can be president. So if it's serious enough, if we follow them and then they will start saying they need money for this and that, is to enrich themselves. But claiming power for PDP for 2027 is something that is unachievable, unattainable, and it's not possible, even in the wildest dream.
Hmm. You mean PDP has, lost hope? Hello?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely,
All right,
absolutely.
Ajiboye, I want to hear from you.
Okay.
You mean this party doesn't have hope at all come 2027?
Come to maybe let's say 2030,
Mm,
maybe 2030.
goodness.
Because as it stands right now, PDP has no chance. They don't even have a fighting chance. So zero chances.
Okay, Sholanke, do you totally agree with Oshundara
Ohunayo,
and Ohunayo?
I totally agree with the both of them. They will surely struggle, even if they make the attempt. They can't near the post.
They don't even have the strength to make any
They
attempt
they
right now.
can't.
They don't even have the strength. So
You
you talking
know,
about
It's
we
a
them
have,
making an
struggle.
attempt
Even if
is
they
impossible.
unite together, there's no way they can get close to it.
you
It's
know,
already too late.
we have been told oftentimes not to vote political parties, but the candidates.
Yeah.
What if PDP manages to, produce
Provide
a
them.
credible aspirant, a credible candidate? Do you think
The,
they?
the, the issue now, without question, I know the question you're about to ask. Yes, while
The,
it's true that we
the,
like talking about the individual, but the problem is the party on itself is divided, and the house divided will never stand. The house is divided. So even if
Biblically.
they have a
oh,
credible
even
candidate,
beyond,
Okay, Oshundara.
even beyond that, let's use Ekiti as a case
Case of
study.
study.
Mm,
Ekiti, they presented a brilliant man in Ekiti, Dr. Ohunayo or something.
that is true.
Now, the man now, as he stand now, INEC did not publish the man's name because his phone was not well signed by the appropriate authorities.
hmm,
Do you understand? So there is a legal angle to every election process in the country.
hmm.
So I mean, you are not doing the things right. You are just wasting your own time. You are wasting the person's time, and you are wasting his resources.
Hmm.
Now, the man has won the ticket for PDP in Ekiti, but he cannot even participate in the election in this coming month.
Okay, that
What's
be
the sense? Is that the people? Is that the same people that you say they want to? They are positioning themselves for power. Which kind of power? Except they are positioning for electricity power.
okay. That being said, what's your advice to PDP? Should they just forget about 2027, or is there anything you would recommend for PDP with respect to 2027?
No, I can't recommend for them. They don't take advice. They don't take advice. They are full of unserious elements. So instead of wasting my energy to advise them, I would rather concentrate on my own life. So they are not sort of people that you advise. How do you advise an adult that should be a custodian of our laws and is behaving as if they don't even understand what the law is saying? So if you are advising such people, is like you are wasting your time. So I will just wish them well and pray that before 2027 election, they still have one governor or two.
Okay, oh, what will you say with respect to that?
With what he just said.
Yes.
Well,
Do you think PDP should just step aside? They should forget about 2027 since they are still battling with internal crisis, or since they can't produce any credible, candidates?
the only logical thing to do at this moment is to just forget 2027.
Oh my goodness!
But the truth of the matter is that they will struggle, as Sri Lanka said. They will
Remember,
struggle.
this is the strongest opposition we have in Nigeria.
Says who? Says who? PDP has not been
Mm,
opposition for a long time in this nation. PDP,
of course.
Labour Party is a better opposition than PDP for a long time. See, the moment Wike was allowed to get in bed with President Tinubu, that was the end of the PDP
That's
as we
just
know
it.
it in Nigeria. And that's just facts. So right now, the
That's it.
logical thing is for PDP to step back with regards to 2027 election. Just take a step back, try and put your house in order, and start planning towards maybe
No.
2030.
Yeah.
Okay, just one word from Sri Lanka. What do you have to say with?
I second what Owanyo said.
Okay,
They should just step down and take care of their whatever issues
crisis.
they have internally before they come outside to show themselves again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, our viewers, this is Steady Confab on Team Radio Vision. If you're enjoying the conversation, please do well to leave a comment for us in the comment section, like and share. And now moving ahead to the very second story here. Recapitalization hurdle. Pension firms hunt for 277 billion naira lifeline. This is interesting. Analyst has already warned that the pension industry faces a significant challenge as it will require about 277 billion to meet the new minimum capital requirements set by the National Pension Commission during this first full year of capitalization, according to Coronation's Year in Review and 2026 Outlook on Nigeria. Only three pension fund administrators, that is Stanbic IBT's pension, Access ARM pensions, and Leadway pension, were capitalized significantly above the 20 billion benchmark, underscoring the scale of the funding gap across the sector. Now, PENCOM has raised the minimum capital for PFAs and pension fund custodians to 20 billion naira and 25 billion naira respectively. In September's pension revolution, 2.0 PFAs are now divided into three categories. Category A includes PFAs with over 500 billion in AUM and requires 20 billion plus 1% of AUM above 500 billion naira. Now let's just move away from this too much grammar. Let's come to I don't know, Honorable Shundara. Hello, hello,
I'm with
Honorable.
you.
Okay, you're following. Now let's just come down to
Yes,
what
I'm with
this
you.
PENCOM is all about. Does PENCOM recapitalization policy strengthen the pension system, or does it expose how fragile many PFAs really are?
Yes, he's doing both at the same time. He's using a stone to kill two birds.
Using
It's
this.
better to be strong and reliable. Yes, it's better to be strong and be reliable than being everywhere and be feeble. I've known people who are pensioners and because of the weakness of the system, they couldn't access their money till they died. They died out of frustration. Imagine somebody who retired in 2003 and couldn't access their pension until 2010.
That's 7 years
Do
ago.
you imagine? So, yes, do you imagine? So, if some person does not have a support system, frustration, easy illnesses, we just kill the person. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And so, once the person is dead, most of thing doesn't work in this country. You have to do a lot of work before you could even access it. So, I think we are moving in the right direction. It's a long work, but we are going to get there.
Okay, now should Nigerians be worried that pension firms managing trillions, imagine pension firms managing trillions, are struggling to raise 277 billion naira collectively? Should Nigerians at this point be worried?
Yes, they should be worried because they want to stimulate the new innovation. All right, they want to stimulate the new innovation. They don't want to go in that direction. And we all know what is playing out also with the importers, the foreign importers, how they want to strangulate Dangote refinery. So, but he's fighting back, and with time, Nigerians will speak out, and then they will do the needful. That's the way the importers are doing the needful now.
Okay, Honorable Ajiboye,
Yes.
do you want to play the devil's advocate at this point?
At this moment, not yet, not yet, not yet, because it's absolutely right that Nigerians should still be worried because while this is an innovation, the truth of the matter is in Nigeria we have seen so many instances where innovations like this get trampled even before it can be enforced.
Okay, what about you, Shalanke? At this
I agree
point,
with
should
him on.
Nigerians?
Yeah, I agree with him on that. Nigerians should show concern about it because most PFAs, pension fund administrators are weak, so they should be worried concerning that.
Okay, back to you, Honorable Oshundara. Will this policy force weaker PFAs out of business? How do you see it? Hello?
They will be absorbed. They will be absorbed by the stronger ones. Now, that's why I said it's better to be little strong and reliable than to be everywhere and be feeble.
Okay, at this point, who pays the price for recapitalization? Is it the investors, the operators, or pension contributors themselves? Who pays the price?
And the investors, of course, the investors,
Why do you say
the
that?
investors will. Well, because the investors, I mean, a smart investor will see it as an opportunity for expansion. And so they will keen to it. It's a laudable innovation. However, these people are feeding fat on the current system that is porous. So they will want to fight it. But if you can split the economic importance, the investor will be willing to invest in it. And then it's going to be a win-win situation.
Okay, a win-win situation.
While
Oh,
I
hi.
agree
Oh,
with Honorable
okay.
Oshidara on that point, but I also want to mention that the pension contributors will also pay a price for this because
Why do you say that?
why I'm saying that is because by the time this weaker PFAs get absorbed,
Hmm.
which is it's a fact, is going to happen if this is implemented. It is not that the innovation is bad in itself. It's just the fact that in Nigeria we have this propensity to do things haphazardly. So
Hmm.
it will be done. You know, the Bible says the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It
Hmm.
will start with good intentions, but what I am scared of, what I am skeptical about, is would they be able to implement it in a correct system with correct structures? Because
Hmm.
we've seen such innovations die because of lack of credible structures. It will start with good intentions and then greed will
Die
enter.
halfway.
And not just that, there's the fact that
Mm.
when these people get absorbed, and you know, there's going to be a reshuffling of information. Nigeria has terrible database record keeping, and I'm scared for
In
those
this
people.
process, there is,
Yes.
let's use the recapitalization is not the first in the country. As you are aware, the bank's own is equally going on.
Yes, sir, I'm
Uh,
aware of it.
for the bank's own, yes, the bank's own is not even the first time. We've had situation where the banks was recapitalized several times, and the weaker one were absorbed by the stronger one. And so, for example, let's say assets absorbing Diamond Bank. If you have account and money in Diamond Bank account, you don't lose that.
Hmm.
Do you understand? You don't lose it because all you need to do is go back to access. Access will tell you, okay, this is the new account number you now be using to access your money, your account and everything. It's the same process. So the system is there. We have regulators. All right. We have regulators that's going to monitor and or give oversight functions on this process. So we can be rest assured that all that is needed is that all these people that is fighting back should just realize that this is an innovation that will move the country forward.
Okay, now could this reform reduce competition and create a monopoly of a few powerful pension managers?
You see, so there's two sides of the coin. However it is, what is important is going to for us is that it's going to be robust and it's going to trickle down to every person on the line.
Hmm.
For example, can we say Dangote refinery is going to become a monopoly person? No, other people are building refineries as well as we speak. I mean, I can tell you like people that is building around Akwa Ibom or so, if I'm correct. Somebody else that I forgot his name is building around Ondo State. Massive refinery. So
Hmm.
all we need to do is that one person taking the bold step of faith, and once other people see that there is result trickling, then we also join, and then you'll be surprised that we are having competitions and everybody is trying to see how could they bite from this meat and the rest.
Okay, Honorable, I will come back to you. Ohunayo, what's your thoughts on that?
No, I totally agree with him on this. I totally
You
agree with
don't
him.
have to agree all the
No,
time.
it's not, it's not about agreeing all the time, but it's because it's right, and you know, there's
So
nothing to be
Chidima,
there's nothing to be skeptical
are
about.
you trying to cause confusion amongst us?
There's nothing to be skeptical about in this.
Sometimes he would like to play the devil's advocate, so I was
No,
expecting that
I
side
only
of
no,
play
you.
the
fact,
devil's advocate
no,
when
no, no.
yes,
I
Chidima,
understand.
when I'm
Chidima,
mistaken about
Chidima,
something.
Chidima,
Honorable.
fact is fact everywhere in the world. Fact, fact is fact everywhere in the world. It's only a lie
Hmm.
that differs.
Hmm.
But if it is fact, it is the same fact that is there, that is in US, that is in Ghana, that is in Ethiopia. Do you understand? So sometimes when you are giving a statement of fact,
So
a
in a
reasonable
nutshell,
mind there's also
yeah, go ahead.
so
Hello.
a reasonable mind there is also a person of fact and figures. We align and concur with you.
Okay, in a nutshell, you all are trying to call a spade a spade.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Shalanke, I want to come to you now.
I concur
Because
with the
you've been
both of
quiet.
them.
Oh
Don't
my,
mention like
you, your
Honorable
quietness.
Sholanke concurs in this
I concur,
in
yes.
this confab
It's
Of
actually a
course.
fact.
Okay, having established that, you all have concurred to that. Let's just move to the very next story here. A 17-year-old boy indicted in UK-based Nigerian murder. 17-year-old, not 18, not above 18. And we all know that this boy is a teenager. But then, funny enough, he's been indicted in UK-based Nigerian murder. The United Kingdom Metropolitan Police has said it charged one of the suspects arrested in connection with a stabbing incident that led to the death of a Nigerian, John Onetufo, in the Lewisham area of London on New Year's Eve with murder. This was contained in a statement obtained from the UK police website on Tuesday. Punch had reported on Monday that the 23-year-old, now deceased Onetufo, was found with stab wounds to his chest following a distress call to the police. Now, paramedics who arrived at the scene were said to have tried their best to, save him, to rescue him, but despite their effort, he was pronounced dead at the scene. Detective Chief Inspector Samantha Townsend, who led the investigation, had appealed to the public for any useful information about the incident to come forward. Now, Townsend noted that the police will ensure the perpetrators were brought to justice. I want to come to you, Honorable. What does this killing say about the level of safety for Nigerians living in the UK today?
You see, I usually tell people that the grass is green where
Hmm,
it is water,
hmm.
Hmm.
The
and
grass
then
is green where
there
it
is
is watered.
no, and you see, there is no. Let me permit me to see you to speak Yoruba. Kò síbi tí wọ́n ti kájú alẹ́ àgò ló yàtọ̀.
That's all.
Every country have their own peculiarities and challenges.
Hmm,
For developed world, it is homicide.
Hmm.
So I want to say Mr. John himself is very serious adult. Respect to the dead. Because first thing as an adult is to understand your environment. In a place like that, you don't argue with women, you don't argue with children.
hmm,
Even according to the Child Rights Act, or in our own country, or United Nations, the Convention of Children, 1987, that is being used by United Nations and across the globe and everything. It is well stated there. It is well stated there. But unfortunately, in these developed nations, they over pamper children and leave they leave the germane thing, because for every right there is equal responsibility.
hmm. So you mean lack of understanding
For
of the
every right,
environment he found himself played a major role?
Yeah.
it played a major role. Played a major. For example, now I'm a man. I married my wife from. Let me give a scenario to you. I married my wife from here. I understand Nigeria that the man is the head of the house, although the woman is the neck. Now, we now relocated to US. I'm getting to US, and she understand that the woman is the head of the house. It's whatever she wants, I must do, or else she will call 911 now, and the police will come and arrest me and tell me that I'm not supposed to go to that house again.
Hmm.
Or she might even file for asylum. Do you understand that our
Yes.
life is in danger? So you must understand your environment. It is very, if you want to survive in that locality, in that community, you must understand it. How are they doing their things here? What's their peculiarity?
Hmm. Okay, Ohunayo, he
So
said that.
Nigerians are relocating to places like that. Must first understand the cultural differences, how they do their things and how things are being done. Or else you just be a victim of the system.
Okay, Ohunayo, what's your take on that?
Well, you asked about the what this killing says about the
The
level
level
of
of safety
safety
for
for
Nigerians
Nigerians
living in
living
the
in the
UK.
UK. Like Honorable Shudara said, first you need to understand your environment, but it's also a fact that the life expectancy over there is better than it is in Nigeria as of this point. So the fact that you see a lot of people traveling, Japan, so to say, to the UK, to the US, is because of the circumstances they find themselves in Nigeria. There's a reason. Now, in the news bulletin that you read out, in the analysis of the news bulletin, you see that there was instant emergency response.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the man died. May his soul rest in peace. Respect to the dead. Unfortunately, he died. But if such an incident has happened in Nigeria, and it has happened in Nigeria so many times, it has happened in Nigeria so many times. So understanding the environment does not only mean understanding your environment abroad. You cannot go to somewhere like Mushin, or you go to Underbridge in Lagos, and then you start forming you are an adult for the young boys there. They will mess you up terribly. And unfortunately, here in Nigeria, there's no emergency service to even rush to try and resuscitate you, which happened for the
Mhm.
man. He just lost his life. So, what this says about the level of safety for Nigerians is the fact that over there is still safer for them because there's a working system, there are working laws there, and that is what we are praying for to have in Nigeria, a working system, and we want a nation where laws are not being discarded willy nilly according to the size of the pocket of whoever is involved.
Okay, Shalanke, you are the only woman in the house. What do you got to
Uh,
say?
uh,
Okay,
Ohunayo.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Ohunayo is according to the size of the pocket. Can you elaborate on that, please?
okay.
Okay. No, what I'm saying is the question talking about what this killing says about the level of safety for Nigerians, and I'm saying it's not really a matter of safety; it's more a matter of understanding the environment, as you said, because relatively the UK is still safer for Nigerians than even Nigeria itself because of
It's
life expectancy and the fact that if such had happened here in Nigeria, even if the perpetrator is caught, it's about justice being meted according to the size of the involved pocket. That's what we usually see at play in
Mm,
Nigeria.
okay. So, honorable, you now understood what he said.
mm, mm. Yes, let's
Do
move
you
on.
have an
Let's move on.
objection? Do you have an objection?
No, I don't think so.
I have an objection.
Okay, okay. Please
I have an
do.
objection. I think Ohio is being sentimental because you see this country is actually progressing, and we must appreciate the progress we are making. You see, this country that you are mentioning, you are talking about, and that's why I said what I said the first time, that the grass is green
when it is water.
where it is watered. And there is no great institution, it's people there that make it great. The individualism coming together to say, let's do the right thing is what creates a system to be a right system. How do we build that? By having the right mindset. What kind of stories are we saying about our nation? What kind of story are we saying about our state? What kind of story are we saying about our family? Do you understand? Are we feeling inferior to others, or we are feeling that others are superior to us? No. It's the way and manner. They've also passes through this phase in life. You are just 60 something. UK, how old is UK? UK colonized us. If you watch their documentaries, you will understand that Nigeria also is evolving. However, more importantly, its citizens must do more to promote their own country. They must do more to build their own country. There will be resistance, of course. Change is hard. People cannot affect change immediately. But when they see that there is no way out, they will accept it by force. And that's why we need to have leaders. Leaders who can see ahead of us. Leaders who know where to take us. Leaders who are very technical and strategic in thinking and in processing. So with all that, the citizen we imbibe all these things and then we can move ahead. If not, if we keep abandoning the country and moving to another country that is well planned, that is where is people, their people do it. They are not that, and very soon we start complaining of xenophobic attack or something.
Xenophobic attack.
Why would
Yes.
they do that? Do you understand? Why would they do that? Because they at a time they will start feeling threatened. That you are taking their jobs, you are taking their girls, you are taking their house, you are taking. Do you understand? So,
So it is
but
now about
because
citizens' mindsets.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Mm.
We are not going to import anybody to be. We are not going to import angels to be in our judiciary. We are not going to import anybody. I gave you an example of somebody who saw his father be honest and the system could not appreciate him. He said he want to read accounting to steal because he saw people that are stealing and nothing happens to them and they are doing fine with their life. Do you understand? So it's about building the right core values as a nation. And
Okay.
how do you build right core values? By our leader doing the right thing. For example, you see PDP now, Turaki and Jonathan. See, they want to confess.
You now said our leaders doing the right thing. I thought you wanted to excuse our leaders.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Okay.
But the coming generation must know the right thing and be able to do it. Else we follow the same path and then we still keep complaining the same thing.
Okay, Sholanke want to say something.
Yeah, I would like to add that to what the two
Honorable
analysts,
Sholan.
yeah, I've said earlier on.
Okay.
It actually depicts uh, a cry for help in that place, because here in Nigeria, most of us, like the youth especially, we feel like once we are there we are safe, once we are there. So it raises a concern for violence, and also a sense of safety, like every individual is responsible for his or her
Personal
personal
yes.
safety. Without the intervention of government or anyone, you are responsible for your
Safety.
safety.
That's a good one. Okay, I want to come back to Ohunayo Ajiboye.
Okay.
Are Nigerian communities that's living abroad doing enough to protect and guide young people?
No, they are not.
Well, that answer was very sharp.
The,
So,
the reason why the answer is very sharp is because there have been many instances, not just on social media, even on global news, where you see Nigerian communities abroad. They are mostly always, the leaders of the Nigerian communities abroad are usually more concerned with what they can get from the Nigerian government in the name of Nigerians in diaspora. And that's what we've always seen most of the time, because when it comes to these things, there's no closely tight knit community abroad. One of the things we've noticed is that the leaders of the Nigerian community abroad, they always segregate by ethnic lines, by tribal lines, and this is wrong. This is not how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like that at all. It's not supposed to be like that for any reason when it comes to, Nigerian communities abroad, especially when there should be this sense of community. There should be this sense of we are all one. But
oneness.
unfortunately, that oneness is not there when it comes to abroad. Everybody gets there and they are all doing all man for himself. Everybody gets there. You will even be shocked that is your fellow Nigerian over there that will be reporting you to the home office of abusing your children when you try to
Yeah,
discipline them. Is your fellow
that's
Nigerian,
correct.
your neighbor Nigerian. So what this is saying is that we have a unity problem when Nigerians are abroad. It's more of a crab mentality. They are having a crab mentality. It's a crab in the barrel mentality. They don't want someone to succeed more than them. And this is something that needs to be dealt with regards to Nigerian community abroad.
Okay, Honorable, has it spoken your mind or you have a different thing to say with respect to that question?
I concur with you 100%.
Oh, wow.
But I can illustrate that to marriage. You have uncles that will tell you that, ah, Chidima, oh, Ayo, when are you getting married? You say, instead of telling Owayo that this is what I'm facing in my marriage, if you not say it, I'll prepare Owayo and say, this is how you behave at home. When a woman is talking, you keep quiet. If you not say that, if you not tell Owayo and say, Owayo, go pick your wedding date. I will be responsible for cow. I will be responsible for the oil. I will be responsible for that. At the end of the day, Owayo will be moved and say, oh, I have a support system, Owayo will go and get married. By the time Owayo start having issue in the marriage, and call the uncle and say, uncle, my wife is doing like this, they will tell you, say, that is your own headache. Just be using paracetamol. Just be using paracetamol for it. Do you understand? Instead of preparing ahead, if you say, no, Owayo, you have to witness what I'm witnessing. Me too, I'm witnessing it. You have to witness it yourself. Those are the mentality that do nobody any good. The future should be better than now. Do you understand? We
Yeah.
can't keep repeating. We say what I experienced, you too should have to experience it. By the time you experience it, that's when you are wise. Who does that?
Okay, Sholanke, do you have
So
a different thoughts?
No, I would just like to add that our youth in diaspora should try to organize an engagement program or a mentorship program, and we should try to unite ourselves as one over there. That's all I have to say, Chidem.
Okay, now, Honorable Oshundara, what responsibility does the Nigerian government have in ensuring justice for its citizens killed abroad, killed overseas? What responsibility do you think the Nigerian government should have in ensuring justice?
we have diplomatic ties, and I think there is an agency currently that was initiated by the late Buhari then. Abike Dabiri happens to head that agency. I can't remember the name vividly now. So they engage international community on things like this. I've read a series of interventions they've done to intervene on behalf of Nigerians to plead their cause and the rest. So I think government will do the needful, the agency will do the needful. If the information has not reached them, if it's something you want us to take up, it's something we can reach them and tell them there is an issue of this in UK. If they have not been informed before, and then they will do something needful and right about it.
Okay, over to you now, Ohunayo.
Yeah.
So what does the Nigerian government have in ensuring justice for
No,
its?
he has already said everything that needs to be said. The structure has been put in place already.
Are those
For
structures functional?
yeah,
Or, or, or are they just
that's
put in place?
the,
We have it.
we have had different incidents, and the structure has actually been proven to work. So that's why I can't play the devil's advocate over it, because that particular
It
structure,
has been
that
put to
agency
work
has
on
actually been
paper.
put to work. Not even on paper, with results. We saw it with
Can you give us
results.
instances of where it has been put to
Absolutely.
work?
Well, like with the case of Ekwere Mandu,
Okay,
yeah, the agency was
the
they
former.
were at work in that, and we saw their handwork in that, in protecting that young boy at the first instance of when the incident, when the whole case blew up. They stood up for the boy, they protected him. Even before the local UK police knew what was going on, the agency was already fighting on his behalf. So that is a clear sign that they were at work.
All right, this is where we're wrapping it up. But before
Even
we,
even
okay, go ahead.
let me even add to that.
All
Even
right.
there was a case of there was a one scenario at Singapore where some Nigerians were caught dealing with drugs, so they were sentenced to death.
Hmm.
So the agency went in, pleaded their cause, and I think they were just given like 10 years or 15 years imprisonment instead
Mhm.
of capital punishment.
Okay, that's a good one. But before we wrap it up here, I believe you have a parting word. I would like you to, beyond the courtroom, what lessons do you think Nigerians now in diaspora should take from this particular tragedy? This will, be like a parting remark.
As I said, it just understand your environment. If you are
Mm.
relocating to anywhere, understand what works there and what doesn't work. How can you navigate to stay healthy, to stay alive? It's as simple as that.
All right, that's a good one. Owayo, what's your parting remark with respect to the lessons
To
Nigerians
the
should take
lessons
from this particular tragedy?
Nigerians in diaspora should
Hmm.
take with respect to these incidents. It's like we have to get rid of the crabs in the barrel mentality, and it's about time that we start propping ourselves up as brothers. We shouldn't go there and start doing where I'm Nigerian but only for the Yorubas, I'm Nigerian but only for the Igbos, I'm Nigerian but only for Ariwa. No, it should just be simply Nigerian. We should all
Nigeria.
see ourselves
Hmm.
as Nigerian, and we should be united. I mean, look at the Indians.
Hmm.
If you're not looking at anything in the UK, look at the Indians. They bring themselves in, they help them. There's a support system they use for each other to succeed in
Mm,
different
mm.
careers, and that is what Nigerians have not had yet. That's what Nigerians in diaspora have not built yet. This kind of incident should not even be, even if it will happen, it should be an isolated incident.
Okay, Shalanke, now to you.
Yeah, I would like to say that Nigerians should try to build up a stronger community support wherever they find themselves, be
Hmm.
it here in our country or in any other.
In any other
So,
place.
yeah,
Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome.
To my analysts in the house, I want to say a very big thank you to you, Honorable Oshundara. Thank you for, availing yourself for the confab today. Don't forget, we look forward to having you again and again. Thank you so much for coming. And also, Ohunayo Ajiboye, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Shalanke, thank you.
You're
The only woman in the
welcome.
house. All right, to our viewers, I want to say thank you so much for choosing Esteem Radio Vision. Keep watching Esteem Radio Vision. And don't forget, as we are stepping aside, more programs will still be coming your way for your watching pleasure. Yes, you listen and you also watch. All right, I also want to appreciate our chairman in the person of Deacon Michael Adeboye Ashaulu,
Shaolu.
the founder of Iniakbonle Foundation and Esteem Radio Vision. Thank you so much. And to our producer in the person of Ayomikon, thank you, AY. All right, until I come your way again, I still remain Chidima Abel. Bye for now.